Hey up everyone, Magpie Gaming here, I hope you're all doing well. So we've just had a update to Escape from Tarkov. This was a fairly beefy update as far as updates go recently. This took 2 hours to implement on the servers. They had to extend the time by 30 minutes because it was they were struggling to get it on. But it's added quite a few changes to the game. I'm going to go through those now. Some of them I don't understand at all, and other ones I completely understand. So, for the list of changes, the first one is while leveling skills, the character will now have an exhaustion of skill per raid. This means that the skill will be leveled more slowly during the raid after every repeat. Basically, this is aimed at tackling people that are abusing skill leveling and are basically excessively leveling their skills through doing certain activities within their raids. And this is just aimed at hitting those people to slow it down so that the skills are naturally progressed rather than being forced higher than they should be. So pretty much you've got like a stamina bar for your skills. Once you hit that skill progression will slow down a little bit, and then once you've had a few minutes break from that, or you've switched raids, gone into another raid, it should reset and you'll be able to level it as normal until you hit the exhaustion level. Now I understand this one because there are people that like to boost things quite excessively by doing certain things in the raid. For instance, myself, when I had to hit a certain strength level so that I could upgrade, I think it was the generator in the hideout, I basically just went on shoreline in the middle of the night with an excessive amount of weight on me and just walked the entire map about 2 or 3 times to level my strength. So that would be now seen as being excessive, and the game would slow me down to stop me progressing so fast. But you will still be able to progress at a certain speed. I think this is going to be one of those things where they're going to have to test it and maybe try and find a balance, because it will hit some people pretty hard, I think. The next one is secured containers can no longer be discarded during raid. Basically, your secure container is locked to your character. You're not able to move it. You're not able to remove it from the slot. This was changed a little while ago and has been updated again because people used to take their secure containers off, pass them to other people, etc. That has now stopped. Not really sure why you would want to do that, but you can't do it no more anyway. They've also stopped secure containers being put inside other containers, so it basically is just locked to that character slot now. You cannot move it. Special optical devices, helmets and helmet mounts can no longer be placed in secure containers. So, you know, if you go into a night raid and you've got the NVG night vision on, which costs an absolute fortune, and you get into a bit of a firefight and you think, you know, I'm losing this, I'm going to gamma that before I die, you're no longer able to do that. You will just lose it. So I get where they're coming from with that, but at the same time, those things are extremely expensive, and I don't begrudge anybody taking it off and hiding it before I kill them in a night raid. You know, it's something that I've done. So yeah, I kind of understand that one, but don't really like it, to be honest. You know, I'd like to be able to gamma my night vision if I could. It kind of just puts people off going for the expensive versions of things and just sticking to the cheap ones. So yeah, you've got like this end tier kind of equipment, and you're really put off by using it when you can't, you know, when there's no actual way that you could keep it. So yeah, like I say, I get that one, but at the same time I don't wholeheartedly agree with it. They've added a limit on the amount of money that you can carry in your player's inventory. This is not your stash, this is your player's inventory. So the limit now is 150,000 rubles, $1,000 and €1,000, and not really sure why they've put that one in. Could be to stop people maybe busting all the cash registers, or basically just making sure that you clear out your money every now and again from your secure containers or your little sick cases or whatever you've got it in. The next ones are a little bit, yeah, I do and I don't agree with these. If your character died without an equipped firearm, any kind of firearm, then after the raid he will recover only 1% of health and not 30 as it currently is. I understand that one. This is aimed at tackling people that are going in as a hatchet, but at the same time, if your character died without an equipped firearm whilst using a hatchet, you'll be able to find a firearm. There's plenty of weapons cases. So yeah, I understand that one, but I don't at the same time. It says we've died without an equipped. Maybe it should be entered the raid without an equipped weapon. So I think they need to turn that one the other way around. If you enter the raid without an equipped weapon, then you are obviously going in as a hatchet, and you should be dealt with as one, even if you do find a weapon in raid and then subsequently die. With that, I think you should have that penalty leveled against you that way around, and not when you leave the raid. Whether that's exactly what it is and it's just a bad interpretation in these patch notes, I'm not too sure, but I agree with that one to a certain degree. You know, they do need, well, I don't know, do they really need to tackle hatchets? Are they that much of a problem? It depends where you look and what you read. It seems to be that a lot of people have issues with hatchets and a lot of people don't. So it's a hard one to work out, but they're definitely looking at tackling hatchets and making it a little bit more, you know, you're going to be hindered more if you like to hatchet within the game. The next one, if you left the raid prematurely through disconnect, then in the main menu you will recover 1% of health in not 30. I agree with that one, because you do get people that run into the raids as hatchets. They will gamma some extremely expensive stuff and then don't bother to finish the raid. They just disconnect and get out with that stuff. I agree with that one. They should have a penalty levelled against them, but I don't think that penalty goes far enough. I think they should also then have a raid timer placed on them so that they can't enter another raid for say 10-15 minutes, something like that. I think that'd be a better way to do it. The health thing, it isn't really stopping anybody because you can just regen your health so quickly anyway. So I don't really understand why they keep hitting people, you know, with health. Bang a timer on them like you do with a scav so that they can't go straight back into another raid. This might put them off doing that. Then it might force them to actually finish a raid. As a hatchet myself, I finish every raid. You know, there's XP to be had there, so, and I'm not going to lose out on the XP. Whilst I'm in there to get loot, I also want the XP. So I have maybe disconnected about 5 times since the last wipe, and they have all been because I've had various things going, like somebody's knocked at the door, or I've had to take a phone call, and I've just decided to quit the raid instead of standing still and allowing somebody to get a free kill. So, but yeah, I agree with that one, but I just think it doesn't go far enough. If you entered the raid in a group and you were killed by a member of your group, then in the main menu you will recover only 1% of health and not 30. I don't agree with that one. At the end of the day, if a member of my group kills me, why should I then be penalised? The person that killed me should be penalised. They should have their health knocked off when they leave the raid, or they should be penalised with a raid timer so that they have to wait to go into their next PMC raid. I don't agree with the person that gets killed having to bear the penalty for that. Now, I did make a comment on the official Escape from Tarkov Facebook page about this, and a lot of people said to me that it was because people were abusing the system where you can basically kill somebody and trade their dog tags for things like that, and obviously you get money for them. People were just entering raids together, killing each other, collecting them. So yeah, I can understand it from that point of view, but again, still the penalty should lie with the person that does the killing and not the person that's killed. I think they've got that one completely the wrong way around. If you kill yourself in a raid, then in the main menu you will recover only 1% of health and not 30. Again, it's going to depend on how you kill yourself. If you throw a bad grenade and you end up killing yourself, why should you be penalised for that? You shouldn't. You should laugh about it and then just go about your business. You've been penalised for throwing a bad grenade or doing something that's got you killed in raid. I don't think that's right to penalise the person. It feels like these are aimed at pushing people to start a raid and finish it in the correct manner, but yeah, those last two just go a bit too far for me. It's a bit silly. I don't really understand that. Then we've got various game optimizations. They don't really go into details about that. We've got some added things. They've added options in trader menu for the flea market search, added hideout menu options for flea market search, added a new music tracks in the main menu. Apparently they have corrected bugs causing endless treatment animations. Now they do where it fixed one of the bugs causing endless treatment animation. So it seems as though the endless medding animation is caused by more than one thing. They've obviously fixed one of those, but it could still be a bug in the game. That's how I am reading these patch notes at the moment. And there's lots of various other fixes and corrections within the game. They've fixed the blue grass. I don't know how many people have suffered with this, but I know that me and all of my squad have suffered with this one at some point, where you will scope up and all of the grass turns blue. Not really a biggie. Usually scoping out and scoping in will fix the issue. It's just a little bit annoying, especially if you're tracking somebody and you scope in and the grass goes blue. It can kind of take your mind off what you're looking at and you just look at all this weirdly blue looking grass, but apparently that's been fixed now. And as I say, various other changes and fixes. I'm not going to go into them. I will put a link in the description down below to the patch notes so that you can read the full things for yourself. All in all, not the greatest patch, I don't think. It's brought about a couple of changes that are okay, but I do think some of those penalties for being killed in a raid, you know, killing yourself or being killed by a group, you know, team member, I think they're just a bit silly and it shouldn't be that way around. Dying in raid without a weapon, you know, I understand that one to a certain degree, but at the same time, it doesn't really make sense to penalise somebody with just a health. Penalise them properly, put them on a timer so that they can't go straight back into another PMC raid. They are obviously abusing the system, but you're not really stopping them doing that. You know, healing is very cheap, it's very easy, so yeah, I don't really understand that one. But from what I'm reading in various places on the forum and on Facebook, etc., it's got a bit of a mixed reaction, this patch, but yeah, there you go, it's just one of those things. Now, of course, it's that time of year where Escape from Tarkov give us a free gift. So for those of you that have got a standard, a left behind, or a prepare for escape version of the game, you can redeem a free gift through your account on the official Escape from Tarkov website. You will receive an SVDS sniper rifle with PSO sight, 5 magazines and SMB rounds. You will get a money case, med case, and a shrimp with 4 magazines and SP10 ammo. For those of us who are on the Edge of Darkness edition, you get an FN90 with a silencer and a reflex sight, 4 magazines and SS190 ammo. You get an FN57 with 4 magazines and SS190 ammo. You get an items case, money case, and a meds case. So yeah, a nice little gift there. Just go onto the website, redeem it, and it will add it into your messages for you to redeem through the game the next time you log in. And that's pretty much it for this video, folks. You know, a good few changes there. Some of them I don't agree with. I think some of them may be changed and tweaked as we go forward. But yeah, the updates are rolling out and the game is still looking in pretty good shape. So as always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching and listening. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.